Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my part 2 to why I resigned my 19 years of teaching job in my home country to work in the United States. Hi guys, welcome to an Antiguan international teacher in USA. I thought to myself that I painted this really good picture of teaching in some really degrading, disgusting, unprofessional behavior from his co-workers, his supervisor, and that leaders or supervisors or whatever positions that they're treating other home economics teachers so badly. I wasn't in that position where I was being treated that way, but I felt that for other people who had to go through all of that. And it's really not cool to see. I mean, we're all the same teachers. We all teach home economics or we teach whatever subject areas, and I don't think that nobody, no supervisor, no HOD, no EOs, nobody should treat teachers a particular way. And at one point it started getting to me, so I decided, okay, I'm going to apply to teach in the United States. Come with me. Anyways, I ended up asking permission for some persons to be my references with consent. And as the negativity continues with other teachers, even my husband in the department, malices, whatever, it was somewhat not okay to use people as references anymore. But that was fine with me because I had a dream, I had a goal, and that's what I wanted to do. I ended up getting pregnant again with my last child. It was really bad. And I also ended up getting sick. And and then the constant, like the harassment while I was sick, the negative words that were said, the no compassion, no emotion, nothing while I was sick, not from where I was working to the Ministry of Education. It was just too much. And I did already apply for over 50 something schools, interviews, etc. And not like it was a secret or anything, because if I use you as a reference for a job abroad, obviously the plan is for me to leave. So I, after my 19 years of teaching in my country, I felt like I was stifled. There was no growth whatsoever. There was no progression. And to even note that I have waited years to be upgraded to a position that I didn't gain because of friendship or anything. I worked my ass up to that position, and it took so long. There were people who just finished studying and got it, even working in with me. Like, I remember one time this particular teacher came to me saying, I was upgraded to such and such, but you finished your master's before me. So there was no growth, there was no progress. I felt stifled, and I was angry. I was very angry because I went to that job every day to people's children who I gave my all to. I mean, I was sick, doctor putting me on sick leave, and I'm telling the doctor, I do not want to go on sick leave. I am preparing my students for CXC. I did a surgery one time. It was just like it's just a non-invasive surgery that I had to do. And I went back to work the next day because my students were preparing for CXC. They were there. Anybody who can tell you there's never a day or a week that I didn't plan my lessons, and they were very thorough. They were very carefully thought out. My lessons are very interactive. My students loved me. If a student didn't like me, it's because they're probably disrespectful or something. I had to put them in their place. But I was loved by my students, really good teacher who took the time to teach them, take time with them. They were not the cream of the crop like everybody else, but they were really good students and I loved them. And I remember being so sick and I'm at work. I hardly take time off I have to be really sick, cannot move, to not go to work. But at the end of the day, I endured constant belittling, verbal, non-verbal belittling, looking down on teachers, treating teachers like they were their children. And that was just the last straw. Was when I got sick. I was violated and I felt like I'm just going to keep it all in and I'm just going to move forward with this. And I put the extra effort out because I ended up reaching out to a program. I didn't even need help, but I just did because I just wanted it to move faster. Ended up reaching out to a program and they helped me to get my teaching license. And from there, I was interviewed. In the same month, I was interviewed, hired, offered a job, and a lawyer reached out to me to process my work visa. And it was just so fast, and I ended up resigning from my job. And I moved forward with teaching. I decided that since I started this job, so many persons have reached out to me asking for help. And I think, why not help somebody? And I decided, okay, why not help them to accomplish something that will help them to grow, make them feel better about being a teacher, and maybe if they're not loving, liking, enjoying the job, they will end up loving, liking, or enjoying being a teacher. I've had no regrets. I enjoy teaching. There's a lot more resources available. And I enjoy teaching my home economics, which is called FACS, here in the United States, and I do enjoy it. I encourage any teacher out there, whether in Antigua or any Caribbean island, and you want to teach in the United States, that option is available for us. There is a J1 visa that you can go on, the teacher work and travel, and you can also do H1B visa to work in the United States. And I encourage anybody that follow my page. However, if you love your job, feel free to stay in there and don't let anybody demotivate you. Stay tuned for our next video. This one is the longest one, I believe, because it's the intro, but stay tuned for our next video. Bye. Like, share, subscribe.